Great reception. That play had it all.
Spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Pitch came to Jonah. Yeah, I'm still independent, ain't sold a million records yet. Used to be on my checklist, big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Gang time in it. Gang time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Gang time. Run it up. 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 You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog, so the day that you finally pop off, you'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe. I thank God for the payment. That's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I'll give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Gang time in it. Gang time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Gang time. Run it up. Run it up. Run it up. Run it up.
I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, on my own. Keep my way up, you know I go. If I touch it, then it's cold,
My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes, baby. Why these tell me? You can join the journey, you is worthy. Just allow me, no. Kicking down your door. Bloodsuckers, I see this industry is filled with sheep. People that pretend to be something that they will never be. Oh my, I just need some little old peace of mind. The sons of kings, the ghouls, the gods. The moon, the light, the fools, the facts. My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes, baby. I can never be controlled. Let them know. 500 helicopters driving me gonzo. But they want you just to envy. Let them see it. I'm the first to say it, now it's time you just believe it. I got too many fakes, made lots of foes. These people cold. Talk down your dreams because they know they can't come close. Don't check no.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, it's Wildcard Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the New England Patriots and the Baltimore Ravens. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game. And clearly something was about the execution of that play. Good news, we've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And the punter bailing on now as he sends this one away. And this returnable for Hill. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Ravens will take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Jackson's throw complete there to Beckham. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First catch of this wildcard game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. Play action. Now Jackson. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. That's complete to John Wallace. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Another run here with Dobbins. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins taking it in from the 20. And the Ravens will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Tucker with the extra point. That's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Throwing Jones. And that is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Now Hill to return it. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they can score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Steps away to his left. And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now, partner, you know and I know that sacks hurt an offense's momentum. But normally when you get sacked, you're losing 5, 8, 10 yards. On a really bad play, 15. How do you lose about half a field on a play? Unbelievable.
Somebody to hold me. Something done woke up in me. I've been going crazy. I've been doing my thing. They not ready for me. Y'all been playing with me. No time for the silly games. God damn, it really must be so intimidating. But I gotta be great. That's the God up in me. Whoa, yeah. Somebody to hold me. I'm still cooking out the basement, and this game needs some saving. And I'm ready for the action, cause I'm tired of the acting. What happened to being great? What happened to being fashionably late? What happened to rocking shows? What happened to spitting flows? Been wearing the cons and the pros. Feel like I'm the only pro. If we gon' go, then go. We can take it toe to toe. I've been doing everything you've been doing, but I'm really doing more. I'm about to explode. You gon' need someone to hold me. They cannot hold me. slowly, yeah. Holy, you're dealing with something that's holy, yeah. Hold me, I need somebody to hold me. Nothing's for certain, but this I know. Life is but moments that come and go. Tomorrow may never come, but the memories live on. Be strong, don't cry when I'm gone. This life is a path to infinity.
I'm really out for blood this time, look. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend to tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. Heard they was sleeping again, say it no more. This is a rude awakening, kicking the door. Back and I'm better than ever before. Don't get it.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, it's Wildcard Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the New England Patriots and the Baltimore Ravens. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Now Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Jones. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
Yeah, no 3rd down. You know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
Watch out for Hill on the return. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition.
He's got a man, complete. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 40 yards. So the big play play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A very solid gain of 27. But just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Dobbins once more. And he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Three tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal. Here's Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Ravens will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
Oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Looking to throw. Jones. Throw fighting Thornton over the middle. Short completion, just 4 yards. And 3rd and 8 now.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. That is incomplete.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Jones on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they have exactly what you want anytime you want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back.
Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Throwing is Jackson. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 45 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, a 9-yard touchdown run, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. That's caught by Myers. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw again. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Kyle Duggar up to make the tackle.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Hey, middle. Yeah.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now it's Jackson. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is caught inside the 5. And in for the Ravens touchdown. John Ross, 52 yards. And the Ravens continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake. Jones.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. Tucker now to add the point after. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and it finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm.
And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, they had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together where she ends up, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Another try after the first down sack. Jones. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense is certainly playing so far in this game. The coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Here's Hill on the return.
Good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return.
And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
We change it. No, we change it.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Now Dobbins again on second down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Jackson. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones.
Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Jones throwing to start the drive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by David Ojabo.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This one fielded at the 5.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after it.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They're going to try and throw. And my goodness, another interception. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. It's caught, Smith. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And they've certainly put it up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
But, Charles, what a rookie season he had catching the football, over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020. 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's following his footsteps as an impact guy here in year one. And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
There's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 4th down, Jones. And now here's another interception. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
No run back here for Jones. A touchback.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
We're in Baltimore, 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. To throw again on 2nd down, Jones. He's going to look downfield for Henry. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Jones now to throw on third down. He gets it complete to Harris. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But nice throw there for a good game and a first down.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Open receiver here, complete. It's Parker. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw again.
That swung out wide to Harris.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on second down. Jones
Finding Harris on back-to-back plays.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Throwing Jones. It's brought in by Harris. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. On second down, this is Harris. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready. There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now Jones. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Operating from the gun, Jones. Over the middle, it's complete. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Complete pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you get analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin 4th quarter, you're going.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with a football. try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And it's looking like they are going to get the victory here, and it will not be one and done in these playoffs. Of course, you remember the disappointment of 12 months ago, and they're trying to erase that memory right now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you can always get the backups some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas and they just want to chomp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Patriots are going to have the short field here as they'll take over.
Hard to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Troy Pride. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now Dobbins again on second down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And that's caught at the 2. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the Pats are going to take possession of the football. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off play action, Jones. Open man is Myers. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Now Jones throwing on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. As this one moves towards its conclusion, another incomplete pass there. Thoughts on the secondary? I mean, seem to be pretty effective in this one.
Yeah, I thought that they've been absolutely outstanding. I mean, their job is to prevent touchdowns, and not a single touchdown's going on the board against them. Of course, they want to make it a total shutout, but hey, if you don't give up touchdowns, you got a heck of a chance to win.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones, he gets this to Thornton. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 14.
Spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat gon' have no time for cold cuts. The game like big pitch came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent. They sold 1 million records. Yeah, used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap with compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, kept on my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes.
Pretty and paid. Pretty and paid. Ayy, y'all heard know I'm coming. I don't want to clarify. Keep up. Ayy, I see no biggie.
I'm really out for blood this time, look. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend to tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. Heard they was sleeping again, say it no more. This is a rude awakening, kicking the door. Back and I'm better than ever before. Don't get it mistaken, I'm ready for war. I see the option, I'm up in the score. I get to and jump in the course. Follow the core and then back to the morgue. Take the sheet off and I some more. When I'm done